Hi, my name is Noel, and I teach meditation as a universal practice which has rich fruits for individuals and society. In this video, we will reflect on what it's like to meditate for 5 minutes. So, here goes. I'm assuming you have come to this video having tried at least one 5-minute meditation. If not, it's best if you would find the previous video in this series and do that now. If you found the 5-minute meditation difficult, don't worry. Everybody does at the start, unless perhaps you had real beginner's luck. Remember what it was like when you learned to ride a bike or learn a musical instrument. I promise you, it does get easier. Although I have to say, I'm meditating for the past 16 years, and I've learned that the first 16 are the worst. In other words, I think it will always be a challenge. But after a while, that just doesn't bother you anymore. I've learned to smile at my own ineptitude. And I know that meditation has changed me deeply in many ways. How difficult did you find your 5-minute meditation? Was it easier or harder than the little 30 seconds of silence we had in an earlier video? Harder perhaps because it was longer. But some people find it easier because they have something to turn their attention to each time they realize that their mind has wandered. Trying a 5-minute meditation helps us to understand that silence is not so much the absence of external sound as the absence of the interfering mind, the absence of the ego. That's what causes the problem in meditation, not what happens outside of us, but what is happening inside. You can still hear the sounds around you, but you can choose not to engage with them. That might be hard at first, but I promise you it does get easier. Never simple, but easier. It is important to understand that every time you sit to meditate is a new beginning, and not just for you, but for everybody. As you continue to practice, as you build your practice of meditation, there are a few things it is helpful to know. Firstly, it is really important to have no expectations or demands about what's going to happen. And indeed, if anything does happen, the advice is to ignore it. You might say whatever happens in meditation stays in meditation. Secondly, and linked to that, it's not helpful to compare your experience with anybody else's, neither with an acknowledged teacher, nor with a person sitting next to you who may be meditating with you. There is no harm in sharing our experience. We can learn from one another, but it's not helpful when we start to compare and to desire to experience meditation like another person says they do. Each of us is unique, and our meditation experience is unique to us. Thirdly, as we will explore in later videos, the real fruits of meditation are not found in the time of our meditation, but in how we live our lives. And be aware that others may notice changes in how you relate to them and to the world before you begin to see them yourself. So to bring this video to a close, let's recall what we've learned about meditation from this first set of videos. We've learned that meditation is about stillness of body, senses, and mind, and that we begin by checking our posture and stilling the body so that we are grounded as we meditate. We gently confirm our attention to enter the stillness and silence by repeating our single word, and the word we suggest is Mar, Ra, Na, Tha. And we stay with our same word every time we meditate. Our intention then is to say the mantra continuously from the beginning to the end of the meditation period. However, we know that despite that intention, we will realize many times that our distractions have captured our attention and that we have stopped saying our word. When that happens, we don't engage with or fight the distractions. We simply let them go and return to our mantra. We resist any attempt to evaluate how we are doing. In fact, we're not doing anything. We're simply being. Whatever the distraction, good or bad thoughts or feelings, no matter how often they arise, we just return to saying our mantra lovingly. Resist the temptation to evaluate your meditation afterwards. The important thing is that you persevered for the full time and you kept returning to your mantra. That's what really matters. There are things we can do to help us to develop our meditation habit, to make it habitual. For example, it helps if you can meditate at the same times and in the same place every day. It's not necessary, but it helps. For example, get up 20 minutes early so that trigger comes into play as you leave your bedroom. As you leave the room, you are now on your way down to meditation. And by getting up early, you've already made time for it. Follow whatever routine you develop every day, going straight to your meditation place at the allotted time, especially if you've chosen first thing in the morning. Perhaps see your breakfast or a cup of coffee as a reward afterwards. Another way to help make it a habit is to link your meditation to an existing habit. For example, I've trained myself so that the first thing I do on coming downstairs each day is to take my blood pressure medication. It made it easy then when I added my meditation to that established routine. So now, as soon as I've taken my tablets, I head straight to my meditation corner. In fact, you could say that meditation is in fact a kind of holistic medication. The words have a common origin in that the prefix med refers to care and attention. It helps to make a commitment. For example, to decide that over the coming week, you will commit to practice meditation for a minimum of 5 minutes, at least once each day. And then, if you do break that commitment for any reason, go easy on yourself. Just start again the next day. Over the next few videos, we will look at the practical benefits of meditation. In the meantime, I wish you the best of luck. And now, as always at the end of a video, I invite you to do a short meditation, to sit in stillness and silence. Perhaps you would try 8 minutes now, move up from 5 minutes to 8 minutes, and to try to set aside that time each day for meditation.